Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video for the Art of the Roots oil review. Today's oil is the Gold Digger oil, and please excuse me at first for my sinuses. It's been up and down weather here, which of course makes my sinuses act up. So if I sound a bit congested or if I'm sniffing, please please try your best to disregard that. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and do this video review on their Gold Digger oil. And it's like when I got this oil, my first thoughts about it were just basically like, okay, I'm gonna use this oil and I'm gonna see basically how much I can get a man to pay for by using this oil. And just basically seeing if I could get a guy to pay for various stuff, various needs that I may have, just to see basically how much he could fork up. But yeah, that was my first intention with it, really. But let me go ahead and read the write-up that they have online for the oil. And it says that our Gold Digger oil is formulated to help you attract a wealthy man. If you're a lady who wants a rich husband, this oil is made for you. This oil was made for fans of Cleo May oil and Jezebel oil because many of the same compelling herbs, or herbs, however you say it, are combined with a series of seduction and commitment herbs. Yes, we made sure to add plenty of herbs that target marriage. So, and it says, our goal with this oil is to create a blend to help you hook the perfect wealthy man and get one heck of a diamond ring placed on your finger. So I went ahead, so far I've been on 2 dates using this oil. Let me first show you guys quickly. As usual, there's plenty, if you can see that, it has plenty of herbs in it, along with the date that it was made and the date that it expires. As you can see, I've had this oil since November, but I haven't been on anywhere due to the pandemic. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just save it for when I do actually start going out again on a date or whatever. The smell is kind of a mix of a like a sweet musky scent to me. I'm looking at some of the ingredients that are in it, which is cinnamon, rose, orange, and apple leaves. So it's quite an interesting scent. It doesn't stink or anything. It's just a more of a musky sweet scent. So let's go ahead and get into my story times with these oils. Like I said before, I went on 2 dates with this oil. The first date that I went on was with my ex. Yes, I know it's a new year. I shouldn't be entertaining my ex. But for some reason, him and I just seem to make our way back to each other some way or the other in some form or fashion. But it's all good. No tension, no hurt feelings, basically with him. We're just basically good friends at this point in time. But anyways, he was the first date that I went on. And, of course, I put on this oil because I wanted to see exactly how much he would, he would pay for. Basically like, okay, you asked me on a date, so of course you should pay for it. And, when we got to the place, basically, he was like, he didn't have any cash. So he's like, oh, is there an ATM here? And I was like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure or whatever. So he went looking for one and there wasn't one there. And so we ended up going to the grocery store basically for him to get cash out. Now, mind you, I wasn't saying a word like offering to help or anything like that. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to let him get the cash, let him pay for our games that we were about to play and just see exactly how much he's going to pay for. And so, he went ahead and paid for the games and stuff. We played the games and we went and had dinner afterwards. And, he was going to pay for the dinner as well. But my silly self was like, oh, well, since you paid for the games, I'll go ahead and pay for the dinner. Why did I do that, you guys? I have no idea, because it completely slipped my mind that I was supposed to keep my mouth shut to see just how much he would offer to pay for. Basically, it's like since I've been single for so long, and not to use this as an excuse, I'm used to the mindset basically of having to pay for myself, or if I'm out with someone, I automatically offer to pay half for that person or whatever it is that we're doing and stuff. But he agreed for me to pay for dinner, but the thing is, he still gave me money to pay for the dinner. So really, I only paid for like a fourth the price of the dinner, basically. So I was like, well, that was nice of him, being that he had already paid for the games and then was giving me even more money to help pay for the dinner. So I thought that was really sweet of him and stuff. But one thing with him, I did try to see if he would offer any more financial assistance with me. Like, I was telling him of different things that I needed, like saying that I needed, 2 new tires, and which I did actually need and stuff. But he was pretty hush mouth in that. So I was like, okay, well, maybe, maybe the oil isn't working that well for me. I'll just see basically what I can get out of him. So yeah, so that was date number 1. And then date number 2 that I went on was with a different guy, of course. And we went out to dinner, and yeah, he paid for everything. Like, he didn't mention if I wanted to help pay. He didn't even look my way when it came down to paying for the meal. He picked up the ticket, paid for it, and it was a done deal and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, thank you. That was so sweet of you to pay and everything. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I got it and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, if you got it, hey, I don't mind. But one thing I do want to note about this oil with both dates, before the dates were over, both guys were already planning the next date as far as when they wanted to hang out with me again. And I was like, okay, well, sure, that's fine. We can hang out again. I had a good time or whatever. But I was really surprised at the fact that, the date wasn't even over with, and yet you're already making plans to see me for the next one. So I don't know if that was a part of the oil, or if it was just, a good time that they had. Like, they had a good time on the date with me. I don't know, but I do know that I will be putting back on this oil the next time I go on a date, just to see, if anything changes, or if I get the same results basically from the oil. I do want to say that I did put this oil on with the bewitching oil, so I didn't just wear the oil by itself. So I'm thinking, well, maybe if I just try the oil by itself alone, I may get different results. I'm not sure, but of course, if I do get, more results from the use of the oil alone, I will do an update video for you guys. But I just wanted to, of course, come on here and do another video focusing on the Gold Digger oil, and basically to tell you guys how it has worked so far with me. With this oil, though, I have not done the ritual, and I noticed that I usually see, not to say more results, but faster results when I do the rituals, the candle rituals that are asked with these oils. But just wearing the oil alone is powerful within itself as well. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to that as well. And I thank you for returning to my channel to watch this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.